Hi guys.
Hello. Welcome.
We're back.
We have sad news. We're not so dazed and we're not so amused anymore.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know. I guess we're just kind of like thinking of like we're workshopping it, you know?
Yeah, we're open to suggestions.
My suggestion box is open.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
My
Put it down.
home address is 666.
Oh my god, I have my social security number memorized. That's like a big step for me.
I have my social security number memorized too. You're kind of supposed to.
I'll look at it and make myself memorize it, and then like a month later it'll be forgotten. You know what I mean? I have to like refresh it.
I do get that. That's like phone numbers and certain things like that.
Yeah.
But I do still have both my parents' phone numbers memorized.
That part. Julie, I saw the Zach Sang show, which I don't fuck with you, Zach Sang. You need to ask better interview questions, and you need to not be creepy. But
that part. Men need to just stop being creepy.
That part.
Okay?
You need to like actually look in. Like,
thank you.
You need to not suggest that Trixie Mattel just does shows in bars. Like, let's get our shit together. Did you see that?
No.
He said something about like, well, like when you're performing to a bar full of people, and Trixie goes, yeah, the theaters I work in do have bars, and she. Yeah, like he backpedaled,
no, for
like
real.
she gathered
yeah,
him.
Like,
It was crazy.
Yeah. It's fucking bold. Because
She's
she's genuinely one of the only other drag queens that I would put on the same level as RuPaul. You know what I mean?
She's not doing like
out of everybody. Yeah, who are you gonna fucking drag?
Y'all are crazy.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
But Julia Fox, what was I even saying about? Oh wait.
I don't know. She's mother.
She's
a bitch. She's a whore. She's a woman. She's a mother. She's a.
She did like manifest her sugar daddy when she was like younger, and I've been thinking about that. You know, I think I could do that too.
So why don't you?
It's just a lot of work.
What's holding you back?
Myself.
Let's unpack that.
Myself. No. I have been hearing the like Tinder Grindr call lately. Just kind of like echoes in my mind. I'm staring into the void, but I just know I shouldn't do it in the small town that I went to high school in. That's not for me.
It's not fruitful.
It's not fruitful. Like, I don't want, like, people I went to high school with seeing my, like, underwear pictures on Tinder and Grindr.
Well, maybe don't lead with those. Maybe have a little more.
What else does one lead with? On Grindr? Like, girl.
Well, I guess that is true. Grindr's a whole different... It's a different playing field.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Completely different ball.
I wouldn't know anything about Grindr. You look like you would know a lot about Grindr.
You smell like you would know a lot about Grindr.
Yeah.
You smell like gel-based lubricant.
That's dank as shit.
You smell dank as hell right now.
So loud.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, my birthday bitch.
Oh my god, yes.
It was such a good time.
So
I don't love my birthday. I'm not somebody who tries to go all out for my birthday. But this year, I pulled through. I was like, I'm getting everybody together. JoJo Siwa is going to be in Chicago the day of my birthday. We're going to go see her.
Yeah.
Let's go do it. Let's get turnt and let's take the train.
Let's bring an Ice Mountain water bottle full of vodka and
yeah, that was crazy. We brought an Ice Mountain bottle, emptied it.
It was warm after 5 minutes.
Emptied it.
Emptied it.
And my stepmom, thanks Carly, love you to bits, helped me fill it up with some generic Kirkland signature brand vodka.
That Kirkland shit.
Oh, it was so good.
That's right.
And we didn't even end up finishing the bottle because it was like there were, 8 of us?
That's like, yeah, to me, that was like the equivalent of like going around and selling like sweaty bags of meat.
Dude.
You know what I mean? But like the alcohol equivalent.
We were just like taking swigs and grimacing.
It was warm as hell. I could not have done a shot of that, so I just like added it to like the drinks I was getting.
It was so hot. And they had like record-breaking numbers at Pride this year.
It was crazy.
So you could not walk. It was so bad. We ended up leaving a little bit early. We barely got to see JoJo.
Like, since when is everyone so proud to be gay? Like, when did that happen?
Yeah, when did you guys decide that was okay?
I don't think you should be who you are for your pride.
I think you should keep it behind closed doors.
I think you should be who you are and feel shame about it. So, suck on that.
Oh, that's so dark. Carson kind of took control for a while, which thank God he did.
Oh my God.
Because I was I kind of said before we left, like, don't rely on me. I know that I said that I was, like, hosting, like, we're at my house and stuff, like, it's my birthday, but, like, it's my birthday. I'm getting turned, you know? Like, I don't want to remember today.
That part.
I love you all, but I don't want to remember hanging out with you, you know?
Need to black out.
So Carson took the reins. We ended up going to Devil Dogs, a really cute
went to that
thrift
coffee
store.
place.
Yeah, that coffee shop. You guys wanted coffee. It was really good. It was a good time.
No, he definitely, like, he was, like, daddy. Like, he was the dom.
Yeah. Well, I was making jokes on the train. Like, you give off such soccer mom energy. And then he really did turn into, like, Kathy with the minivan.
Yeah. Which, again, thank God, because, like, decision, like, paralysis, like...
No, yeah.
I couldn't have said what I wanted to do.
All of my friends are just like, I don't want to do... Yeah. What do you want?
And he stepped up to the plate.
Thanks, Carson.
What is it?
Because you made the day a little bit more special. You were so great.
The dad that
stepped up. Yeah. He's that meme of Mary, Joseph, and Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and Camel.
But like I said, we got hammered. And we went back to my dad's house. And spent the night, like, in the basement, which it's a meat locker down there. It's freezing. And Ben didn't believe me. So he ended up stealing my blanket in the middle of the night. Ugh, punk-ass bitch. Just you wait. We got a story about Ben to share. It's so great.
Wait, what story? Of me throwing up?
Yes.
Okay. That is my identifier now.
But first, we have to talk about me embarrassing myself in front of my dad.
Yeah.
Because that was too much. And there's not enough alcohol in the world that will ever make me forget what I did.
Well, basically, when I hit Luna from the back raw, she arches her back like nobody's business, and she wanted to show us what it was like. And I was like, yeah, show them so they know what I do to you. You know?
Dakota started making the joke that, like, Luna has a great arch. Luna has such a great arch.
And does.
So I was like, fuck it, this is my little party trick. I am 3 sheets to the wind right now.
You loudly declared, my arch is so good, I'm gonna show you guys my arch.
I'm, like, trying to be nonchalant. That's me trying to be chill.
I'm in my chill era. I'm a chill kid.
So I show them my arch, and I don't know when, but at some point my dad walks down the stairs, and he's standing there, and I'm still in an arch, and I go, yeah, ever since I lost all this weight, I just look like I got a really good ass.
Hey!
And that's when he kind of goes, Luna, put it away.
But I would have been like, yeah, like, good ass, you know?
No, it was the worst.
Father-daughter bonding time.
Yeah, that was awful. And then I asked him to make us fancy drinks. And he made fancy drinks for me and all my friends. They were really good.
They were strong as hell.
They were like super fancy smoked old fashions. And then they all dared me to chug one. So I chugged one, and I, again, did not realize my dad is standing in the corner.
But he made the drinks. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, and he was like...
I didn't raise no pussy.
That's my girl. I didn't raise no pussy.
I vividly remember that I didn't raise no pussy. And I was like, yeah, I know that's right. Like...
But yeah, I was definitely batting 1,000, and then the next day
I'd say 2,000 even.
Flipped him off on accident, which it was so great. Ugh.
Was it actually an accident?
Yeah,
Did it just happen?
No, I didn't mean to at all. Genuinely, I do that with my mom. I do that with my mom all the time.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've never done it with my dad.
I didn't mean to hate crime.
I don't even happened. Like I said, I don't even really cuss in front of him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm opening that door with my dad. I made like a whole joke to him the other
slowly getting there.
He made some joke. My dad got home from work last night and said something about some hole at work and how like the guys that he was working with couldn't fit it in. And I was like, I was like, Dad, that's gay as hell. And he chuckled. I don't know if he appreciated it.
He chuckled.
And it was a ball pit. There was a ball pit. If these balls could talk like that.
I told you guys, I've been trying to get them up to my house for forever. My dad's house for forever.
Who's them? I've been there.
Well, you have. You haven't been in the ball pit, though, bitch.
I'd never been in the ball pit, and that was a magical and surreal experience.
I know that's right. There's just nothing like being drunk and being in a
immersing
freezing cold ball pit, might I add.
It like kind of made me feel warm. Like it was like a blanket.
No, I don't think it's like a blanket. It's something different.
Yeah.
It's balls.
Well, yes.
Well, it's not a blanket. It's balls. But like, because they're plastic balls, it's like they're cold to the touch.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a meat locker in that fucking basement. So it's so cold, and it's like soothing.
I honestly, though, so nice. I was scared that when I got in it, I was gonna like lay down and crush the balls on the bottom.
I always think that too, but I have found that they're practically indestructible.
Period.
I mean, this ass isn't crushing them. Come on.
Honestly, like,
we showed that art.
They're more sturdy than like human testicle balls. Like, that's crazy. Did you ever? You don't have balls. Never mind.
I want to hear the question, and I want to answer. I want to answer like I do have balls.
When I was younger, I would like play with my bag of Skittles and like.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I would like feel my balls and like feel like one of the testicles and like squeeze it ever so gently. Like I would just squeeze it
firmly
grasp it in your hand, and I would squeeze it until I felt like a little tug of pain, and then I'd stop, and I was done.
I do that all the time. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Used to. Now I just jerk off. Like.
Now he just flicks that bean.
Mm-hmm. That chapped, distended, bleeding, oozing, pussing bean.
I hate to say it, but I have to talk about you throwing up.
You can talk about me throwing up.
Okay. I will say you were not the first to throw up.
Someone else threw up?
Yeah, you don't remember?
Who?
God, you were really fucked up.
Who threw up? I have no recollection.
Here, I'm gonna say it, but I don't want to... Because I don't want to out them.
Say it. Luna? What? You said
yeah,
Luna?
it was... No.
I really thought you said Luna.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know she threw up. I thought she was just like chilling.
No, she got pretty sick. Her fatal flaw went, yes. When we're drinking, she goes, I can't feel anything. I can't feel anything. And she'll do 9 shots in a 5-second period. And then she's on the floor convulsing. You know what I mean? And she threw up first. And she had good aim about it, though. She was in the trash can. She was on my bed. And she, like, knew it was going to happen, too. She was like... Yeah. I really wanted to jab that in there.
She had good aim. She got it in the trash can.
But then... So she reacts out early because she got sick. We're all still partying. Pussy. A couple other people fall asleep. And then it's, like, me, Kelsey, Ben.
Which I would like... to add, we were up to like 2:30, right?
Yeah, we were up to like 2:30.
I have no memory from like midnight to 2 o'clock.
That sounds about right.
Chunk of time at
with
all.
Like
which happens every time I get drunk, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
With how you've been talking about the night, that does make sense.
Yeah.
But so
I'm an unreliable narrator.
Ben's sitting on the couch. Let me paint a picture. Ben's sitting on the couch. I make myself a bed on the floor out of a comforter and a couple pillows. Kelsey and another friend are sleeping at... Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah, that's
just a truck. I was like, is it a gun?
Before the truck passes by.
Okay. Carson's asleep on the couch. Lauren's asleep on the couch.
Picture it. Luna's dad's basement, 2024. Carson's asleep on the couch.
Sicily, 1943.
Lauren's asleep on the couch.
Lauren's asleep on the couch. Carson's... everybody's sleeping at this point. We're all laying there. Ben's sleeping, sitting upright on the couch.
And I don't remember that.
Then at some point, he gets down and just lays on the floor. And I go, Benny, do you want a pillow or something? Mm-hmm. He goes, no. I was like, okay, do you want a blanket? He goes, no. And I said, you're going to want a blanket. It's fucking freezing down here. He goes, no, I'm fine. I said, okay. I flip back over and I go to sleep. And about 5 minutes later, I feel a presence in the forest. I feel a disturbance. And I get up and I turn and I look. And he's on all fours. Facing away from me.
I was taking it from the back.
Facing away from me, like looking down a black, dark hallway.
staring into the
And
void.
I go, Ben, baby, are you okay? And instantly just vomit onto the floor.
So honestly, though, what I'm hearing is this is your fault, and if you hadn't asked me if I was okay, that wouldn't have happened.
And then you got up and you ran to the back, to the slop sink.
Yeah.
And you start throwing up more in there. And I kind of got up and I started cleaning up. And I got it all cleaned up. I went to take the garbage bag upstairs. And when I come back downstairs, you're laying in the bed I had made for myself on the floor. And I literally had so much at that point that I said, Ben, get the fuck up.
And then wait.
I will gladly give you a pillow, but like I made that bed for myself and you're not taking it.
I do remember getting back.
And then you said, can we like share? And I said,
did I?
Okay. And you said, okay, because I'm like in a cuddly mood. I was like, okay.
Wow. First time ever. I've never
we just literally laid there together. We didn't like spoon or anything, but we just like laid there.
I would never.
And then the next morning I was telling you about it and you said, no, I got all of the vomit in the sink. And you tried gaslighting me into thinking.
Wait, no, that was the night before, wasn't it? I do remember this because you told me about it. I got back from the slop sink and you were cleaning, and I was like, "No, I got it all in the sink."
You were like, "Whose vomit are you cleaning?" And I was like, "Baby,
I made sure I got it all in the sink." It's fine.
And you were like, "No, I made sure to get it all in the sink." No, baby. What do you think I'm cleaning up?
I think at this point, puking is just my party trick.
Yeah.
Like, it's a magic trick. Like, you guys, like, do you want to see everything I just ate today? But, like, on the floor? Like, I'll show you that. Like, abracadabra. Bippity boppity boo.
Abracadabra.
I want to reach out and puke.
Do you have any mystic musings for this week?
Not. Let me think. Not really. I feel very, like, spiritually secure. I have been reading a lot about and, like, journaling a lot about, like, self-concept and, like, self-idealization. Mm-hmm. I just think that's interesting, and I've been, like, thinking about it a lot and how it relates to, like, manifesting
Yeah, because, I mean, that does kind of go back to the idea of, like, when you're manifesting, you can't be manifesting what you... Like, people think you're supposed to manifest what you want, but you're supposed to manifest, like, what you are.
What you are.
And who you become when you have all those things.
It's genuinely supposed to, like, I don't know, in my experience, the best way to manifest is to just walk around like you have what you want. Like,
that's literally the basic idea of it, because you're tricking the universe into giving it to you.
Yeah. Like,
pretty much.
And I've been, I guess, like... In terms of mystical Mondays, I've just been concerned lately with
Mondays.
Mystical Mondays.
Today's also
Tuesday. With mystic musings, I guess I've just been kind of trying to work on my energetic vibrations. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the
I do know what you mean, because I do know that your energy is harsh.
I've taken 2 walks in the past 2 days in complete and total peace. It was so nice.
I went outside twice in the past week, and it was wonderful.
I didn't have any anxiety. I didn't want to, like, kill myself during those experiences. I was, like, chilling. I was, like, listening to my music without, like, having a ton of, like,
that you can ask for.
Bad thoughts, you know? Yeah, it was chill. So, what are your mystic musings this week? Share, Mitch. Share your mystic musings.
Share. If I could turn back time, I'd get my real estate license.
If I could turn back time, I'd make marriage between a man and a woman.
Illegal.
Yup. I don't know, I feel like Cher has some low-key sinister homophobic energy about her.
A little bit, but I love her. I mean, she's such an icon. That's, what a legend. I just had, like, this crazy moment with Hillary, and I wanted to talk about it because I love her.
Just marry her.
She's great. We should get married, honestly. Hillary, this is my official proposal. Let's get married. She's just so wonderful. And she was telling me a couple weeks ago that, like, until I was telling her about, like, the significance of cardinals, she had never seen a cardinal since she moved to America. Like, because they don't have them in Colombia, where she's from. And she was just like, oh yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen them on like pictures and stuff, but I've never seen one in real life. Crazy. And ever since, she said she's been seeing them all the time. And I like was explaining the significance of her. Of it to significant. Her. Because cardinals, like, it's supposed to be symbols of like complete passion and complete devotion and union to another, because I believe they mate for life. But
it's like the Casey Musgrave song.
I mean, a lot of people take it in so many different forms. My stepmom takes it as like a sign from her dad. I feel like I read a lot of stuff about like on Reddit, like someone passed and then the day after someone sees like a cardinal. Exactly.
You know?
But something crazy that happened today was I was driving. I had to return something at Target, so I was like driving down by Starved Rock.
Welcome to Target.
I love that drive so much. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. And I was driving, and all of a sudden, I see a cardinal float past me and fly past me. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's significant. And all of a sudden, my phone chimes. And I'm like, huh, that's weird.
A Gil text?
A Gil text. A text from Hillary responding to my story saying that she noticed a 444 in that picture of you and me.
That's crazy.
And I didn't even notice.
Oh my god.
And if you look at the numbers at the bottom of that picture, it's 444 4656.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So we're like, this is fate, this is destiny.
Like, that's a mystic music.
And those pictures of us were really cute.
I feel like it was really cute too. I loved that one.
I haven't posted on Instagram in like a year. But I will eventually.
Loser. Oh, I should send you those pictures of us from Pride. They were cute.
Oh yeah. Send them.
We got some really good pictures at Pride. Dakota is the love of my life. You know, she's
lesbian.
She's engaged, but we were fully making out. No, I'm kidding.
You should be on
We
the
were not.
outward.
She was the only person who wasn't kissing. We were playing Spin the Bottle, and she was the only person who wasn't kissing.
Spin the Bottle was so. I love kissing my friends.
It was so fun.
Sorry, guys. Like,
it was. We got a good video kissing each other, and honestly, it's the funniest thing to me ever.
And Luna and Lauren gave me hickeys, and I still have them. And this morning,
it was kind of crazy, and he was like being mean to me while I was giving it to him.
Because you were giving me a pussy hickey. I'm sorry.
Well,
I stand by that. That's why I said
I didn't want to hurt my friend. Sorry. That's my friend you're talking about, and I really didn't want to hurt him.
I like being hurt.
Well, I found that out because as I start giving him a hickey, he's going harder,
bite harder,
bite me, bite. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So,
I was communicating my needs.
Let's show the children
handiwork.
My handiwork.
And this is Lauren's handiwork. I know that's right. The one right here, like, welled up the day after.
Yeah, it was. And she was also into it. It was so cute. You were like, I want hickeys. And she was like, okay. And she like...
Because I knew in that scenario, in that basement, like, if I said I wanted hickeys, that I would get them.
Well, there were so many people, like...
So many drunk people.
It was like a probability. Like, you're rolling the dice.
No,
you know what I mean?
It was an expectation. Yeah. Like, not even a probability.
It was definitely, I have to say, my favorite birthday I've ever had.
Aww. Happy birthday.
Aw, thanks, baby. It was the most fun I've ever had on my birthday ever. And like, I woke up at 7 a.m. that day, and I didn't go to bed until probably about 3 a.m. the next morning, you know?
Our REM cycles.
And I was, we needed a day to recover after. And I remember, like, we were getting snippy with each other on the car ride home. Because it's like a 2-hour car ride back from my dad's house to here. And we were, like, getting bitchy with each other. It was kind of funny.
Honestly, the only interaction that sticks out to me is will you take a picture of that? But I genuinely, like, I didn't take a picture because I, like...
And then you were like, oh my god, why are we still talking about this?
Because you were still talking about it, like...
Because I was, like, kind of hurt. I was like, what the fuck?
I felt bad, but I also knew that, like, if I tried to take a picture of it with my phone, like, you wouldn't even be able to read the license plate. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's not even...
No real.
I don't
real.
even bother, like... Yeah, we were just, like, tired, like... But honestly, the music vibes on the way back were good as hell.
No, yeah, we were listening to good music. Kelsey was nonverbal in the backseat.
Yeah.
And I kind of made a joke to her at the beginning when we first started bickering. I was like, oh my god, Kelsey's like so quiet in the backseat. We're probably triggering her with
She's
like divorce
dissociating while mom and dad fight.
Yeah, while mom and dad fight. And I was like, I feel her so hard.
So what are some like pieces of culture that you've been enjoying lately?
Okay, I have to talk about this movie that I saw. I watched a horror movie.
Do you really have to?
I really do. I watched this horror movie last night. It's called Nowhere. It was on Netflix. And it was crazy. It's one of those horror movies that's kind of rooted in reality because it's this girl, she's like trying to escape a country that's at war.
2023 or 1997?
2023.
2023.
And it's in a different language, but it does have dubs for English.
It does have dubstep.
And she's like, they're like in a shipping container, they're trying to get saved, and there's a bunch of people. It's crazy. It's so crazy. She's in the shipping container with a bunch of people, and then like guards come in, and she's the only one who survives all of these people getting shot. And then this shipping container gets thrown off a boat during a storm. She watches another shipping container full of people sink to the bottom of the ocean, and she thinks her husband's on that one. And then she's pregnant. She ends up giving birth in the shipping container. Oh my god, it's the fucking crazy. It's.
Honestly though, like if you survived all that, like I'd come out of that and I'd be like, why am I like God's favorite? Like, God is on my side.
For real. Like, and she like, at the end, you really think she's dead. You really, really think she's dead. She ends up surviving. And it's like a very, but it's also like a very bittersweet ending because you do find out her husband dies. And like.
I mean, it's very realistic, like.
No, and it is, like, it's almost like the ending where she's, like, how she survives. It feels a little unrealistic the way she survives. Like, it kind of feels like they're just kind of grasping at straws, like they can't leave this baby without a mother, you know what I mean?
Also, though, like, in those kinds of situations, oftentimes the only way out is grasping at straws and just doing what you can to get out.
And it sent shivers down my spine. It was one of those, like, movies that there was no paranormal aspects to it or anything like that. It was so real. It was all rooted in reality. It was all... And also, like, thinking about the current climate of the world, like, there's people that are going through it right now. And that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That, like, that's our standard of living. Okay, what's your culture? Because I also have music to talk about, but that's the movie I really wanted to talk about. That's so fucking crazy. And I mean... the state our world is in scares me. And I don't know if... I mean, very realistically, it is probably just, like, I was sheltered when I was a child. So it feels better when you're a kid because, like, you don't know the struggles of the world. But it is, like, how did we get to this place?
I will say, like, something that listening to old music really helps me with is coping with how our world is now. Because I listen to, like, old Joni Mitchell or, like, old music.
Yeah, like, old music about the Vietnam War. And you realize that, like, okay, this has been going on for decades.
Exactly. Like, people in old music talking about how our world is coming, like, like I just, like,
and I do think it is just kind of part of human nature. And I hate to say that, like, I'm somebody who genuinely thinks human nature is not inherently good. I think it is inherently greedy.
It all depends on conditioning, truly, you know.
That is true. It depends, nature, nurture, you know, the way you're brought up, stuff like that. I mean, my therapist said to me today, she said, the levels of empathy that you are living at is actually insane. And, like, if you don't bring them down, I'm scared for you.
Because I genuinely think it's, like, the empathy thing, it's when you have too much self-awareness.
For real. It's too much self-awareness and too much awareness about the people around you. And, like, I don't know, it's crazy.
I wish I could
And I do think... I hope that everybody else kind of monitors themselves at that same level, but I don't. I know they don't, which is crazy. There's only a small...
That's the thing that I learned at college this year. Like, people don't have the thought process that I do. It's crazy.
There's only a small percentage of people who really, like, are as anxious as us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's really what it breaks down to.
Do you have Aquarius in your...
In my chart?
In your chart?
I think I do.
Because I
Hold
have
on,
read a lot about how a big part of that for me is my Aquarius rising.
Fifth house, which is like the house of creativity, is in Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So that is
makes a lot of
crazy
sense.
because I'm so hyper, like, what am I looking for? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
I don't know.
I'm so,
I know.
like, hyper picky,
Yeah.
or, like,
sensitive.
I, like, really pick apart the things that I do when I'm, like, creating things.
You're hard on yourself.
Yes, and, like, art is my whole thing.
That's how
I
Aquariuses
paint,
are.
I make music, I, like...
Yeah.
I love all that kind of stuff, but I'm very hard on the stuff that I make, and I really hate most of the stuff that I make.
But the good news about having Aquarius in your creative house is, like, Aquariuses are literally bred to be successful creators. Like, they're natural born, like, disruptors. They are gonna do things that are not, like, along the typical, like, border of what you're supposed to do, you know? I just, like...
Wait, where do you have that in your moon?
My moon. Or no, my rising.
Oh, your rising.
So that's why,
okay, so that's like who you show to the world. That's cool. No, I do get that. Because, yes, your sun he's a Virgo.
Moon in
you are
Taurus.
very, you know, you're stable. You've always been that way. You've always been like the voice of reason to me, you know, stuff like that. I come to you for good advice. I think I said that to you last week. Like, we were talking about a guy I was talking to, and I was like, genuinely, that's the sweetest piece of advice you've ever given me, and that's also the realest piece of advice. Like, nobody else would say that to me. They'd say just like, stick it out. You know?
I don't even remember what I said.
You were probably blackout drunk, if I'm being real.
That's when I give my best advice.
Trust.
I definitely, like, I feel like I do identify with my, like, Aquarius rising traits, like, way more than I do with my, like, sun and moon traits most of the time.
Yeah.
But I have been seeing a lot of TikToks lately about how, like, sometimes your rising can be more of an indicator of who you are than, like, your sun or your moon. You know?
I have a rising in Virgo, which does kind of make sense. Because I do kind of present, like, that weird motherly... That, like, that
weird...
Well, I've always had that, like, weird aunt vibe to me, I feel like. Like, that's the aura I give off. When I was in, like, sophomore year, I gave off, like, a weird grandma vibe.
I would disagree with that. We're just always, like, the cool, like, older goth girl.
Well, I mean, like, after COVID. There was this weird point of time where, like, I was really obsessed with, Kitty Callan. And, I would just wear long skirts and turtlenecks. And I had ginger hair. And I would wear my bangs, like, curled under. And
it is funny, every time I'll show you, like, a memory of you with the ginger hair, you, like, gag. You can't even stomach it. Like...
Because
I just think dark hair fits you more.
I really do love red hair so much. I love it so much. But it doesn't work on me.
And I think you looked good, but I think dark hair just fits you more.
It does. And, like, it's...
God
gave me dark hair.
With your skin.
God gave me dark hair. No. But, like, the way I dye it is way different than my natural hair.
Yeah. But I think it...
You guys have never seen my natural hair.
No. But I think it fits... your skin tone very well. Like, yeah. I think
so too. It's very Snow Whitey. Yeah. I feel like my skin tone is...
Kristen Stewart?
It washes out when I'm orange. Do you remember Miss Stack saying, Luna, that hair color is like your color. It suits you so well.
Do you remember the, like...
And I thought I wanted to throw up.
What was the crazy roast that... Do you remember
I love her so much.
Crazy thing she said to Emmy that one time? She, like, roasted Emmy one time. It was, like, a sentence. Do you remember? It's, like, on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember what she said.
What was it about?
It was something... I think it was about a haircut. It was something about, like... I don't know if that haircut suits you, or something like that. But I was like... Whoa.
That's so fun. Do you remember, have you ever even seen a horse?
Seen a horse? I don't think you know what camp means. I want to know more about your culture, though.
Oh, my culture.
I want to know about your culture.
I've been listening to a lot of Jungle lately.
Yeah.
Back on 74.
That part.
What was the one that I was listening to today? Hold on, let me pull it up. It was really good. I was just like jamming. Oh, 444.
Was it Keep Moving by Jungle?
Keep Moving, it was. You're right. And I've been in love. Candle Flame is really good, Casio. Yeah. The other one I really wanted to talk about, oh my god, Dirt and Grime by Father's Children.
That part.
Emma, my good friend Emma, we were talking about her last episode.
I hate her.
Showed me... You have still yet to meet her because...
Yeah. That's why I hate her.
She had to work on my birthday, so she unfortunately could not make it. But, like... She showed me that song when we were coming back from Kangaroo Court, actually. And I just found it again today while I was dyeing my hair. And it's so good. It is so, so good. It is like the perfect mix of like 60s R&B with like acid rock. You know what I mean? It's it's really good.
Pretend I like
and also it's
rock.
Summer, so I've been listening to so much Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Fun, bitch.
Fun. I mean, Heroes and Villains. Don't Worry, Darling.
One of the best songs ever made.
Or Don't Worry, Baby. I mean, and my all-time favorite, which I could murder somebody because they have taken. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at. I don't know who the fuck it is.
I don't think they want you to look at them.
Well, I'm looking at you.
I don't want you to look at them.
Whoever the fuck it is, I could kill you. Genuinely. I don't have a lot of. Like I said, there's 3 people that I hate in this world. You are one of them, okay? The person who took Lavender by the Beach Boys off of Spotify. There's a special place in hell for you. A special place in hell.
My great-grandpa gave my dad, like, a few months ago, all his, like, old 45s, like, his records. And there are so many Beach Boys singles. It's heaven. Oh my god. And so many Beatles singles, too. It's crazy.
I do have a lot of Beatles. We should go to that. There's that one record store over that way that I want. Well, I didn't want to say the time. I want to take you one of these days, but it's only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But it's really good. Super cheap.
Period.
And it's just this cute little old guy who runs it. And the last time that I went in there, he recognized me. And he was like, you're like my only regular. So here, why don't you take these? And he gave me like 5 free singles. And it was like, they were all Fifth Dimension singles. And I was like, this is incredible. Are you kidding?
I'm literally choking myself with the microphone cord. And you're pulling on it, so you're making it worse. But I love Fifth Dimension. I've never heard anyone else on the surface of this planet talk about the Fifth Dimension. Oh my god.
No, I love Fifth Dimension so much. And actually, like, that was right after I broke up with my bad ex, and when I was like getting really into my own style and stuff, and I was like trying to decorate my room more. And I like put them all up on my wall.
Oh my god.
When I had all those records and shit on my wall, the Fifth Dimension ones were up there. I had he gave me Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher.
That's a slur.
But I can say it because I'm
Tramps and Thieves. You are, I forgot about that. I want to talk about a piece of culture that I've been enjoying.
Yes, I've been waiting.
I guess I just have a curse where, like, when I discover something, like, new to me, and, well, not new, because I'll just say I've been getting, like, heavy into Yoko Ono, which I like, and I knew her stuff before, like, I knew a lot of her stuff.
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah. I knew a lot of her stuff from, like, Yes, I'm a Witch and, like, Milk and Honey, you know? But I didn't really know a ton of, like...
Give me a bowl of cherries.
Her other work outside of that.
Give
me
a bowl of piss.
Oh my god. It's, like approximately Infinite Universe. Yes, I'm a Witch still. Like, that's one of my favorites. Feeling the Space, that album. I'm just cursed. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is like,
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the video he showed me earlier of her just like screaming in the middle of a Chuck Berry performance for no reason.
Still hate her because no one understands her.
It's so fun. And genuinely, it's camp. Like,
I fully and genuinely believe she's
I would put that as my ringtone.
You keep interrupting me, but she is a century ahead of her time. I really think so. Like, she is... Her music is just crazy, and I feel like I said it to Luna earlier, like, I've been, like every Yoko Ono song I hear, I'm obsessed with, and Luna was like, I think you're the only person who's ever experienced
Genuinely,
that.
Like, you're the... he said, I think she's a lyrical genius, and I think you're the only person who has ever said that.
And I'm standing on business. I don't fucking care. She's misunderstood. But it's a curse that I have that, like, my favorite artists, I get maybe because I just have, like, an asshole complex or something, but my favorite artists are, like, the most hated people on the world. Like, I can't announce that I love Hole to a room of people without having a heated discussion
that's so true.
about Courtney Love and her past. And now I experienced the same thing with...
Ben, I will say, you're like a Courtney Love apologist.
I am, and I always will be. I don't care. I think she was completely fucked up by the world around her and by what happened to her. Like, I have the utmost sympathy and respect for her.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think a lot of the things she did was fucked up, and I still think she...
But how would you act if you were put in that situation?
I think she should be held accountable. I would be held accountable if I was put in that situation.
I think that's fair, but it's also been, like, 30 years since she did half the shit America hates her for.
No, so, that's very real.
She's, like...
Now she's just, like, a crazy old lady.
But I, like... Even, like, Lana Del Rey... I get into arguments about liking Lana, like people like making Lana Del Rey. No, that's true. People hate, like people. I feel like she's getting more. Like people are chilling on her more now, but people really hate on her for no reason. And like, I'm not somebody who genuinely listens. Like, you always ask so politely when we're in my car. You're like, can I cue a Lana Del Rey song? And I'm like, I'm not gonna say no. Because there was a point in time where you hated when I would listen to her because it reminded you of They Who Shall Not Be Named. So I was like,
very true. But like, it's
good.
She's a very good artist. And you know what actually brings me to tears is that video that's like elders react to Lana Del Rey, and they're like, this is what the youths are listening to. This is beautiful.
Did you see the video of her at I think it was it Glass? Some LDR stan would know. Well, I am an LDR stan. I just can't remember what show it was. I think it was Glastonbury, but she was late. And she got, like, cut off early because of, like, sound pollution. Like, they have to cut off the mics at, like, midnight or something, or 1 a.m. Yeah. And they cut her off, and she started singing video games without a mic, and the whole crowd joined in. Everyone. And it was, like, I don't know, it's just, like, one of the most magical moments
Stuff like ever. That gets me. Like, I know...
Music is incredible.
Like, the first time I'm ever on a stage, and if I ever hear people singing along to a song that I wrote... I wouldn't be able to finish the song.
Yeah,
like I would break down sobbing.
Like
Are
Casey
you kidding?
Musgraves.
Like it's so, like that's so magical.
I love that. But yeah, Yoko Ono's awesome. You guys need to give her more of a chance.
And watch that video of her screaming during the Chuck Berry performance because it's so funny.
Like, this is just the Yoko Ono song that I've been listening to on a loop the past couple days, but the version of Sister Oh Sister on Yes I'm a Witch with Letigues on it eats. Oh my god, it's crazy. Yeah, go listen to that. Go listen to Nobody Sees Me Like You Do, and go listen to Oh.
This is my formal apology.
The Girl So Confusing remix. Bitch.
We had a moment. Oh my god, that came out the night we recorded last time.
I could listen to that song like on a loop 24/7 for the rest of my life. It is one of the best songs I've ever heard. Lord's verse is crazy.
Did you see Marina's tweet to it? And then Lord's Charlie's
said, like,
response.
Girls Unite or something.
Yes.
Like, oh my.
And then did you see like the meme made about it that was like this response went through the group chat 30 times.
Yes. I just spit from excitement. Like, that was crazy.
It's so funny.
I'm so happy. Nature is healing.
It truly is the Holy Trinity.
I still want, because I remember Lord used to tweet sometimes about wanting to do a song with Carly Rae Jepsen and Charlie XCX, and there was a tweet where she said it would be the cool girl pop trio. I need that still.
I would love that.
So Charlie, Lord, if you're listening, get Carly on a song.
Do that.
Let's fix this. Let's work this out.
We love you.
That remix was just like Lord's verse is just like, it kind of changed my biochemistry a little bit. It actually like made me not want to be anorexic for a week.
For a week. Only a week. Only a week. That's all Lord could get out of him. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. What if I said no?
I'm still gonna do it. It's good as hell.
But also, the day Luna says no is the day that
the world
planet stops turning. Hello.
That's the end of the Mayan calendar.
For real. The day Luna... That's all it says. Is the day that Luna says no.
2012. The day Luna says no.
I've only said it once in my life. And it was in 2012.
That's where it all went wrong. So, you have her to thank for
That's
COVID.
where it all went downhill.
You have her to thank for continuing racism, homophobia, discrimination.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
I'll put whatever I want on you.
You want to rephrase that? You want to try again?
I'll put whatever I want in you. Sorry.
Okay.
I just had to correct that. Does your vagina still have teeth?
Still?
No, that's from Scream Queens. No, the answer's no. So no, your vagina never had teeth, or no, it did have teeth, but now it doesn't. Which one is it, number 5?
Which one is it, number 5? That I've never seen the second season, and I really need to go back and watch it.
Honestly, the second season was like watch it for John Stamos.
I want to watch it.
And the scene
but why are they in the hospital?
And
I never understood that.
It's not as good as the first season. It is worth it for the scene where Chanel and John Stamos are going on a date at a movie theater, and she's like dropping popcorn on the floor, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "So the fatties will feel bad about themselves." And I was like, what?
Huh?
Like what?
So the fatties will feel bad about themselves.
Like Ryan. I'm sorry, but Ryan Murphy thought of those lines. Like, Ryan Murphy thought of everything that comes out of Chanel's mouth in that show. We need to do some investigating. Like, there's something fishy going on there.
Ryan Murphy is genuinely a truly depraved mind.
I really...
There is something to be said about, you know, I do love horror. I love all these crazy, crazy things. And I love American Horror Story. I love... like crazy shit like that, you know, whatever. But there is something to be said about the minds that are thinking these up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's only so much creativity in the world.
Honestly, like, also with Ryan Murphy, I genuinely think it's a thing where, like, he clearly didn't grow up with seeing gay people on screen, so now every single thing he makes or produces is gonna be, like, borderline gay porn.
Like, you know? Hyper feminine, like, hyper, yeah.
I do want to say real quick that,
we didn't do a good intro last time. We gotta do a good intro.
Yeah.
Outro.
Intro.
This is the intro.
If anyone else just has, like, flashes of rage, like, you're not alone. Today when I was walking, on my walk, it was so humid, and I was sweating so much, like, on my back, that I was, like, punching my back to, like,
no,
give it
I do
pain
get
to
that
stop
because
the
I
sweating.
feel like all the girls out there, they'll understand this. Maybe you'll even understand this because you had longer hair.
You pull on it. You pull on it.
No, when you would brush your hair and you would have a big knot and you wouldn't be able to get it out and you would start hitting the brush against your head.
Do you know how often throughout my life, because of, you know how my hair is, like, my hair doesn't cooperate all the time.
Oh, trust, I know how your hair is.
Like you said, I'm either pulling it, hitting it with a hairbrush, or pulling it as hard as I can because I'm so frustrated and I can't do it anymore. Yeah.
So, just wanted to let you know you're not alone. Trichotillomania is very real.
I was, like, singing along to the Girl So Confusing remix on my walk, and I got one of the lyrics wrong, so I punched myself in the jaw. I'm not kidding.
Maybe you need to start maybe I should start taking you to therapy with me.
I deserved it. I've been listening to that song 3 times a day.
Oh my god, wait, before we leave, can we show the picture?
Oh yeah.
That's so cute.
I just printed this up for my
it's
little wall.
It's
a Polaroid of us.
from a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. Wow.
This is like Christmas break.
No, it wasn't Christmas break. It was spring break. It was a couple months ago.
Gonna go
so
spring
cute.
breakers.
It was us.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, that's it. We got an outro this time. Look at that.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I want to upload some solo, like, jerking off content this week, so I'll see you guys there.
Yeah, you do that. I gotta go pee.
Yeah, I have
and
to
hole punch some kids.
Bye, guys. I have to go too.